So, Fahad, I'm interviewing you as as a representative of Design Doha. Okay, the idea of this entire series is to sort of explore the ideas behind, the intentions behind Design Doha, and how the team behind the Biennale thought about putting together the experience, putting together the week of events, and the intentions behind how you guys designed everything. So if we look at the subtitle, Celebrating Regional Design Excellence, walk me through what those 4 words mean to you and to the team that's putting this together.
First, thank you for having me here. Basically, what we meant by that is we often go to Biennales and design festivals, and they talk about representation. And what dawned on me that we didn't have a stage where designers can be showcased in a manner that it's globally appealing to global audiences, and they are part of the global conversation about the role of design. That's why we felt we needed to create platforms, and Qatar always been known for Arab platforms, like Arab for literature, in terms of politics, in terms of cultural movement and stuff like that. So Doha as a city always been known as a pioneer in terms of leading those initiatives. And that's why we came up with this slogan, because we don't want to say it's a place to empower, because we are not there to empower or create. We are actually there just to celebrate whatever have been done throughout the years by this amazing jewels, I call them, Arab designers.
So, okay, everyone wants to celebrate regional stuff. Everyone says it. Everyone says it. Everyone says we want to celebrate the people in our backyard, local, regional, whatever it is. How do you actually do it? And how do you walk the walk instead of just talking the talk? Because I think you guys are walking the walk. How did you actually do it?
Basically, first of all, being very selective and really put those designers in a critical lens, in terms of not to include everyone just because of the sake, they are Arab designers, or more about they have great practice, they added something to the industry. So this mechanism by itself, it's actually put us in a very critical situation where we're telling them, prove you're good in order to be part of that platform. That was through the survey, through the scouting trips we did, and meetings we did throughout the 4 years with the Arab designers, before even we established the Biennale. That one mechanism. And the second mechanism basically brought one of the best Arab curator, Rana Beiruti, to tell those stories. And really, we paid attention that Rana is the right narrator for the Arab designers, because first of all, she worked with them through Amman Design Week, and she worked with them in commissions or an exhibition, or even as an editorial for publication. So our selection, who narrate their stories or be part of that ecosystem, that's our commitment through Design Doha Prize, the other programs, and the exhibition as well.
Okay, so tell me about the programs. Just big picture, somebody hears the words Design Doha, they're like, what happens there? What are the big picture headlines that are part of the main ingredients of this meal?
So we divided to 4 segmentation. The first one is the curated exhibitions. And those exhibitions actually followed scenography, curated museum-level presentations. So we connect them with spaces or galleries here in Musharraf downtown to curate their exhibitions. So we have over 14 exhibitions around the Musharraf downtown. 6 of them are at M7 here, the Creative Hub. And plus, we have the Design Doha Forum, where we can elevate the conversation about design and the role of design, and really tackle into issues that our region face, and how the designers actually brought creative solutions, or even bring those topics. No, I'm not saying we solve them. It's more just to bring them to the service. Yeah. And we have Designers Breakfast Club, which is the coaching session. It's business-to-business mentorship. And plus, we have our commission arm, which is we invite industry leaders, buyers, the government initiatives that commission Arab designers, because our mission, it's after all those programs in 5 years, I hope, inshallah. Yeah. Whenever I walk in the city, I see actually a building built by Arab Arabic architects. Well, I go to one of our offices, we see bench or chair or table or light designed by Arab. So that is kind of like why we curated those programs that facilitate the pipeline for those designers.
How are the designers chosen? Like if I look down the roster, I see all the names. How do you guys go through that process?
Basically, the last 4 years, we just have a generic survey. And through that, we had a committee that look at the list, and then we look at their profile. Again, like it's about designers that have critical thinking, problem-solving solutions. They like to experiment with materials. And as Arab, you know, like khamat and the material is something we identify with as designers. Not me as a designer, but them as designers.
Yeah.
And plus, like, their impact in their communities. Like, are they really in the ground impacting the community where they live or not? Eco-friendly approach to production as well. It's very critical for me, especially in Design Doha. Like, we think about the ecosystem, not the ecosystem.
Okay. All right. So I'm curious about, fine, that's the design part. I'm curious about the Doha part. A lot of biennales and the art scene in general, the design scene in general, whether it's in New York or Berlin or Beirut or Marrakesh or Tokyo, they're typically accused of being disconnected to the actual cities that right? They're little cute little niches talking to each other about how they're changing the world. But most people walking down the street don't know about these biennales, right? They don't know about them. How did you guys think about really rooting this in Doha as a city that has residents who have elementary school kids and are accountants and construction workers and engineers? How did you guys think about the role that Biennale plays here in Doha?
As like the Biennale, it's like MENA region reach, okay? But
Sure.
again, we have to act locally as well.
صح.
So through our outreach, through our education programs, we go to schools, we go to universities. We are part of like some initiatives that actually happening around the city, not necessarily like related to design. Maybe it's food festival, which actually targeting or attractive to a wider audience.
Yeah.
And really build those awareness about it. Plus, we during the Biennale, what we did learning labs. It's outdoor activations where the public audience can really have hands-on experience in how to design something, or like work in upcycling materials, stuff like that, just to build the awareness. We use it as a mechanism to bring them to the actual activations and really build this awareness about what Arab design mean and how we can be part of this conversation.
Okay. I want to talk about the show that Rana curated, Arab Design Now. Can you just walk through a little bit about who some of these designers are, some of the numbers, where are these people from, and what are they doing, and sort of the general theme of that show?
Basically, the theme of the show, it's a survey. And basically, she wanted to, the way she curated the exhibition, the ground floor is more about materials, the second floor more about the translation of the materials to product. And we have 74 Arab designers featuring in this exhibition. And what actually make me smile the minute I see Arab Design Now as a title, when we open it, we literally saw how this name came to life through their eyes, through their celebration, through like each artist or designer standing next to their artwork, proud, really informative about the material, the practice, how they did it, and for whom. So that was, for me, like I would say, till today, I say the legacy of Design Doha is that spark in their eyes.
Yeah. So these 74 designers, where are they from?
22 countries, like name it, like all the MENA region, which is Middle East and North Africa. The majority of them I was so happy from Palestine, and like, or like people resident in Jordan as well. So I get to know their stories through like the practice, and same time, like there's some of them, like Abir, she's here with us in the audience. I known her as a designer, but the more I talk to her, the more I know like how deep, and she's more about experimentation and research, that she can take the world, not even her product. She can really, with her mind, take over the world with her philosophy.
Yeah. You mentioned that, we're like talking about some of the problems that we face as a society. What problems do you think you're addressing?
I would say like there is two ways of looking at that. There is one problems I would say the designers need to improve or work on. It's the business side of the industry, like about the supply chain. It's about how the market behave, how the the buyer's philosophy when they purchase or they choose a product for their galleries or for their project. I think there is a missing link between the scope of work that resonate with the end user and the designers themselves, because like artists and designers, they want to design no matter what. This is their first thoughts when they design. It's not about I'm gonna sell it to you. It's more about they're very authentic to their practice. So I think the shift when you produce or you make or you create your product, it's how to link it to the market you want, and then how the supply chain look like. That was I feel like was missing. This is from a designer point of view. From the community point of view, the understanding or the consumer behavior to them. Like I keep saying in my interviews, it's about decolonization of our minds, because like the minute I see Philip Stark, the minute I see those names, I really immediately I feel comfortable to pay $20,000. But when I see an like Arabi name, I'm gonna be like, oh, I can do this with the craftsmanship for 15 riyal or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think our job right now, and this is I think what we did with the Arab Design Now and the other exhibitions, it really elevate the conversation about like consumer behavior, and the craftsmanship goes behind this craft. And you're not buying the product, you're buying their mind, you're buying their philosophy, their years of research, and really be in this small studio manufacturing and experimenting and failure project till you make the perfect product. So I think those two major issues that we try to tackle. But again, like there is so many issues that actually, but we are very critical about how we make them the next top designers. That's our focus, I would say.
How would you describe, or how would you grade the health of the design industry in the region? Not design excellence, design industry, commerce. How would you describe the health of the design industry?
In our region, you mean?
Yeah.
It's emerging, I would say. It's emerging, which make it more interesting for me. Because constantly it's changing, constantly it's responding to the environment, constantly it's shaping its narrative and stuff like that. But the last 4 years, I am proud to say, the majority of the design industry or designers or even the buyers or the galleries, they are more interested in the designers practice craftsmanship and the translation of artisanship and the raw material to their product. Because when you talk about heritage or craftsmanship, you talk about it's very close to the heart, because that's what makes them as Arab, Jordanian, Palestinian, Moroccan, Tunisian. They are working from their land, and that's what makes them unique, and that's what makes them who they are. And that's why for us it's very important to highlight and celebrate that uniqueness.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, for me, I feel like this is something that you guys are working towards, which is like educating the market, trying to get people to understand the nature of a design industry, like what that actually means. I want to talk about the competition. Can you just go over the categories, why those categories were chosen, the nature of the competition, what's at stake, all that stuff?
Usually when you think about a Biennial or design festival, you think of exhibitions and just a panel discussion. For some reason, I challenged myself. I said, you know what, within the Biennial, let's create a major programs underneath it, which now I'm feeling that was challenging for me. The Doha Forum, the Design Doha Forum, which really, it's an academic level of conversation, 5 days, there's 3 panels every day. And then you have the other programs, which is Design Doha Prize. The Design Doha Prize, while we're going through the survey of designers, we felt there is an amazing designers that need to be celebrated right now. I couldn't wait. I was like, we need to award them right now from the first edition. And through the survey, we identified these 4 categories because I would say they were the most strong and established, like more than industrial design or light design and the rest. And you can commercialize it. You can really put it in a gallery or in a store. So the category, obviously, product design, interior design, furniture design, and craft. And we kept the craft a bit vague because I wanted to see how the Arab designers respond to it, how they identify themselves when they apply, what that from a terminology mean to them, which is now I have an idea what that means to them. Basically, we received 556 applications. And through filtering the system, we went to 80 applications, and then the jury went to 20 finalists. I'm happy to say yesterday we had the live presentation for our juror, and the designers came in the spot presenting their product, talk about who they are, why they make what they make, and plus how they make it. And some of them came with a product, they're walking around and let the juror like touch the materials and have a conversation with them and even critique them directly in the spot. So we just received the winners. I can't say it. You will see it in the gala dinner.
Bum, bum, bum.
Exactly. And I have to say that it was so obvious those are the winners, and because they worked very hard in themselves, and when you work very hard, it shows. You know, you don't need to mention or
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's next? So Design Doha ends today. Today's the last day, February 28th for 2024. What's next?
Design Doha doesn't end today. The opening week ends today. The exhibition will stay all the way till 5th of August. But whenever we're going to do Biennial, we're going to have an opening week where concentrated with the missions, the programs, and the activations. But then the exhibition can stay all the way till 5th of August. That's our model. What next for us? Basically, because we are a Biennial, obviously, we're going to take a place every 2 years. And the next location will be amazing because us as a foundation, we're going to be activating each city. So every edition, we're going to move to another city and make the city walkable, accessible by design. But between them, we thought, why we don't select the top designers from the winning designers from the prize or from the other exhibitions, and do a travel studio that's going to go to Venice Biennale, going to go to London Design Festival and stuff like that, and showcase them. And we have a small concept. It's called the Design Doha Dinners. We'll move around the Arab world. The next edition will be in Lebanon. So we're going to host in a dinner environment with the top designers from Lebanon, design thinkers and stuff like that. So we have a lot of outreach programs that actually will take place from an engagement point of view, just to keep the momentum, and at the same time keep our eye open about new topics, new projects, new designers coming to our region.
Very, very cool. If people are coming to the show over the next couple months, what is the thing that you're like, you got to go, if you only have 30 minutes, you got to go see this?
Arab Design now.
Okay, cool.
I'm a bit biased. Like, I love all of them, to be honest. Like, Color of the City, it's like you really can understand the Art Deco influence in our region. Actually, I don't know. To be honest, I know.
Maybe walk us through at least these 4 that we see on the screen. So you talked about Arab Design now. Yeah. Tell us about Colors of the City.
Color of the City is by Ibrahim Al-Jada, Dr. Peter, and co-curated with Glenn Edinson, our artistic director. And basically what they did, they looked at an historical archival from Qatar about the, I would say, the architectural language in the city from the last 2 decades, and how we are influenced by the South Asian Art Deco as well. So it's just like a beautiful imagery and history that take you through timeline, and then you understand the influence. When you walk around the city, you understand like by which region we're influenced, and what I don't know, a war or like migration or anything, like all those social events happened that actually influenced the architectural language in Qatar. And it's located in the first floor, Gallery 3, and it will stay till the 30th of March. Woven Songs is basically, it's a collaboration with Turquoise Mountain and working with Mariam Umar, the textile designer from Afghanistan. And she's empowering artisans and craft from Afghanistan, weavers, where she took them from the traditional sense of how to make carpet to more artistic, globally appealing, I would say abstract approach. And the beauty of this exhibition, it's designed by Jazi Al-Thani. She's a graduate from VCU, and she's young and she's fresh. And it was really, I was really happy to see the impact from VCU to the museum field right now by having this exhibition curated by her. And 100 poster, it's by the a collaboration by 100 Mia Mia in Cairo. And what I loved about them, it's about the challenge they have about how to design poster in using Arabic typography or our heritage and culture and representation in those motifs. We have more. We have as well Uzbekistan exhibition. It's a collaboration with Uzbekistan Art Foundation. And basically, as well, like there's a beautiful story there where the foundation commissioned a Bahraini design studio, the shirt, 3 young architects that actually designed the whole exhibition. And what they did, they went to Uzbekistan, studied the rugs and the carpet of Uzbekistan, and turned them to this beautiful, tiny, I forgot what the name of it, like bricks or tiles, to represent the floor, to decorate the floor, plus elevate it with the museum level presentation there. And they have as well a collaboration with Nada Badabs for the elevated bench. It's located there in the first floor.
Amazing. Okay, last question. If you were to give Fahad 2 years ago advice, when I think I first met you, on organizing this Biennale, what advice would you have given him 2 years ago?
Trust yourself. Trust your guts. Don't let anyone question it. And your voice, like sometime in your head, like you have an idea of something, but you get influenced by other people around you. And I wish, like, if I, from the beginning, I stood by what I believe and what I think our mission is, because now I did it. And I would say all those worry for month and month, not believing, till I put my foot in the ground and say, this is the message. I felt like, no, like I felt like it was a strong statement. So yeah, believe myself.
Cool. Fahad, thanks so much. This was
Thank
great.
you. Thank you so much for having me.